a frustrating result for you tonight, but just can you talk about your emotion right now? I've had a few seconds to process. How are you feeling?
Oh, man, I just can't believe that happened. Having a great camp coming in, truly, everything I said before, like how strong I felt, like that was all true coming in. Felt great out there, relaxed. And then taking that one step I did with my left foot, I just felt something pop. And then when I tried to take another step, it was like it just gave out on me. My knee gave out on me. I can't even believe that happened. Going in 100% healthy, 100% ready, and just to kind of have this like just freak accident, you know, I can't even believe it, man. It's just hard, you know. But I mean, that's sports. That's what we're, you know, that's what we do. That's what happens sometimes. But it's just really frustrating, you know, because again, the fire in me is strong, and like again, stronger than ever. In camp, great camp, and then this happens.
It was visible, your knee buckling, and we were all kind of trying to figure out, was it the short uppercuts inside that hurt you, or was it the knee? So from your point of view, was it really just the knee more than anything else that sent you down?
It was just the knee, yeah. I mean, he didn't even like touch me, you know? It was just the knee. As soon as I felt the knee just buckle, it was like, I couldn't believe that happened, you know? And then that was it, yeah.
With that in mind, were you okay with the stoppage? I mean, I know you were trying to cover up and taking some hammer fists. Were you okay with the stoppage? You feel like it was probably impossible for you to continue anyway?
It was okay because the ref saw my knee buckle. The ref saw my knee buckle. His job is to make sure we're 100% safe, and he did that. You know, even for me, just to process like what happened at that moment, even afterwards. The ref did the right job. He did the correct job tonight, so yeah.
I imagine some medical evaluation will be needed, but is there any initial indication of exactly what it was with the knee and how long you could potentially be out and what the impact will be on you moving forward?
We'll see what happens going forward. Again, knowing what I did these past 3 years and 2 months for getting ready for this camp, I felt ready, extremely ready, felt calm out there. Like that was a place, the octagon was a place I needed to be. And I felt great. I felt great coming back. I felt great in there with him. And then again, just the freak accident of the knee just popping out. Yeah, it's just frustrating, you know. But we'll get it all checked out. The fire in me strong again still, you know, and yeah, I mean, I guess I got a lot to prove, and I'm very capable of doing that.
The last thing for me, I think you might have just touched on it right there, saying there's still something to prove, but I think people would worry that if this ends up being a serious injury, is there any possibility this is the last time we see you fight?
We'll see what happens, you know, with getting it checked out. Again, I go into everything and I do it at my best ability, and if I feel like I can't be the best, then I really won't do it. And that's not the case. That's not the case with this whole camp. So there's something that happened tonight, you know. It's frustrating. So it's frustrating more so to the people out there watching, you know. They expect a lot out of me. I expect even more from myself. And yeah, it's hard. You know, it's hard for something like that to happen.
Cain, just to clarify, so when you said you felt you took a step with your left foot, and then where in your knee did you feel the pain? Like what part of your knee?
Felt the pain on the inside of the knee, so the meniscus probably. I mean the meniscus, the MCL. Something just popped, something just gave out, and then when I tried to take another step, that's when I kind of got really elongated, and it's like that was it. It was not stable. So I saw the shots that Francis was throwing, and I saw his speed, and it was something that I'm very familiar with. It's something that looked a lot faster on video, and then being in there, you know, seeing his timing and everything. You know, I felt great. I felt great. I felt like I could even get inside. I turned him back to the cage, and then my knee gives out.
When you threw the 2 kicks, and when you threw the second kick, is that when your leg came down? Is that when you felt the pop, or was it after you tried to move toward him?
Like I said before, when I took the one step with the left knee, with the left leg, some popped, and then I try to step again and step even more to the left, and it completely just gave out on me right then.
When he threw a punch, there seemed to graze you on the top of the head before all that happened. Did you feel that at all?
No, going in, I felt going in for his leg. Yeah, I felt his like, he kind of clubbed me in the back of the head, but no, that didn't graze me at all. You know, none of the punches grazed me at all, or like did anything to myself, you know, where I felt like I was unbalanced or anything, you know.
And just on my way to start.
Francis, right here. When you look at the finishing sequence, the end of the fight, the shot that you dropped him with, that uppercut, that short uppercut, there was almost no space there. So I just wonder, what is it about you that you can generate that kind of power in such a small area of space?
I don't know. You have to ask a scientist, a doctor or something like that, but I don't have an answer about it. You know, like in the fight, you're just trying to do whatever you're going to do to get out of there, because he was getting closer and I didn't want it to get closer. I just wanted to make a distance.
The beginning of this week, you told us a really cool story about how when you first started this sport, you Googled, or you looked up on YouTube, UFC champion, and Cain Velasquez highlights came out. Does this win, and especially the way you did it so quickly, does this mean anything extra just because of sort of that, how long you've been looking at this man?
You know, I'm here to make my own story, and I'm really happy to have this fight, to have this win, but I will not stay on it. I'm going to move forward, you know. It was a great win. It was a fight that I've been waiting for like 2 years, because I mentioned him after I fought Arlovsky. But I have to move forward. It's not a belt, it's not a title. I want the title, I want the belt. So unfortunately, he didn't have the belt.
Well, hey, let's talk about moving forward. The champion is Daniel Cormier. I'm just curious, how do you feel like you match up with Daniel Cormier? What does a fight with you and Daniel look like?
Well, I think he should come to avenge his teammate, and then I think that would be a good matchup. I'm gonna get that done as well.
Do you have any prediction for that fight?
Let's set it up first, then I'll give you a prediction.
Fair enough. Congrats.
Thank you.
Hi, Francis, over here. Hi. You said when talking to Kevin, you looked at the fights with Lewis and with Stipe as learning experiences, and you've grown from them. Could you elaborate a little bit on what you think some of the biggest things you took away from them fights and how they helped you grow in what we saw tonight?
He helped me grow as a fighter, because to be honest, I have a quick rise, and then I missed a lot of things during my way up. So I had to go back there and pick it up, you know, like how a fighter life could be, how you can manage your life separately with fight, you know. I mean, I love fighting, it's great, but it's a job today, it's a pleasure as well, but I still have a life beside that. So how to take to make them both work together, you know. So there were a lot of things about fighter life that I didn't know. I didn't know how to organize myself, how to make things by myself. And then sometime last year, I felt like I was there to please people. I wasn't there for me. And then, I mean, I lost what was my purpose, what brought me in this sport, because at the beginning it was just for fun, it was just for pleasure, you know.
Absolutely. So picking up a win over arguably one of the greatest heavyweights this sport's ever known. I mean, where does that rank on your career accomplishments so far, and what can we expect to see from here? Because this is a pretty big step forward for you, and I think it's only on the up and up.
Well, you're just gonna expect to see me have that belt. I mean, yes, I still believe that my best days to come. Yes, I'm 32 years old, and I'm just started this sport 5 years ago, and I'm still gonna do it for a very long time. I'm gonna write my own story. I don't know exactly how that gonna end up, but I really excited to see how it's gonna end up, and then I'm gonna do all my best to do it in the right way.
Last one for you, and Kevin brought up you possibly fighting again. Obviously, Dan, there's been the talk about the Brock Lesnar fight, possible another fight with John Jones. Would you be interested in possibly getting that rematch back with Stipe and showing how far you've advanced since then before you get that title shot, or is it title or bust for you?
No, before. I mean, so you want to make an order to what I want. It's not what I want. I want the title first. So if you want, you can give the belt back to Stipe, and then I'll fight Stipe right now, you know. But I always said I would like to have a rematch against Stipe. But right now, my goal is the belt.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.